All right, wait. I meant to say my tongue got twisted. Our stream usually is outside, but I really don't feel like getting sprayed by a skunk right now. So he kind of took a nap, but we can have. I don't really usually like sleeping streams, but I'm not that kind of streamer that's gonna sit there and have. Sometimes I like to relax and drink my drink, and I have to sit there and take breaks and everything. It's just a lot easier doing it this way sometimes. So maybe in bad weather, I'm thinking I'll be streaming in my bedroom now. And I'm not gonna sit there and do crazy, creepy stuff, but like watching me sleep like sometimes they do on TikTok. They have these sleeping streams, and they sometimes do it. I don't know what the benefit of it is. I think it's views or whatever, but I'm not sure about all that. So, but I don't do none of that. Even though I'm a blogger, and I do like to do the science news, which I do, that's kind of what I do. But I'm just so tired. I've just been working so many days, it seems. Tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day for me. But I was going through the different science news like I always do, and April 8th, they have a solar eclipse coming. And it's supposed to be like huge, and it was supposed to come, and I forgot the exact date, but it was supposed to be here. Well, this is early, let's put it that way. I mean, it's like new news. And I'm seriously, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm thinking about taking my vacation on April 8th, even if I got to save like $2,000 up. I think this would be a fun family vacation. And this might be my vacation for this year coming up. I'm not going to lie. This is like the coolest thing ever. And I want to be on my deathbed knowing that I witnessed this and my glass is looking at it. So I'm thinking take a week off work and all kinds of stuff. It is a very exciting event. I remember the last one. I actually had to work, and it was like a whole drama thing years ago. And the other one that's coming up is like not so much. It's just exciting. It's about as exciting the one that happened. I think it was, I forgot. It's that 2000 something year, like maybe I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. I don't even remember. But it was pretty. I had the glasses, and and it was really cool to look at. It was like with the glasses, you could see it darkening a little and going straight over. It was really exciting. I would be like excited to have a whole weekend where it's like a weekend getaway and you get to see this intense event. I mean, it's groundbreaking. How many events do you have in your life that could be as memorable and cool as this one? This, I think, is one of like the top events of this that's going to happen this whole year. Is that sun eclipse? They're pretty badass. I like them. It was like I remember when I was younger, I used to go to NASA a lot. And back then it was NASA was, I want to say, it was nice, but it wasn't like we weren't under all these kind of security measures like we are now. People weren't trying to break in for all these secrets, and it's sad that we can't go to NASA no more. But I understand that it's security. But I do feel privileged that I lived long enough to where I got to actually be living in a time where you could walk in NASA. Because that was like my one thing as a kid I used to love. I went there as a young kid at NASA, and I want to say I was there. I used to go once a week. It's an amazing place with amazing engineers. I just literally idolized them at that time in my life. Oh, now he's gonna go by the door. Alright, Chong, make up your mind. Where are you going? Okay, he wants to go to the chair. Alright, we'll stream him sleeping on the chair. Honestly, I like to look at a sleeping dog. I gotta move the camera this way. I'm not trying to turn off a stream here. See, this worked out much better because I like this part. Anyways, he claims different areas a lot. He's one kind of a dog. But yeah, I mean, NASA is just it's so big and majestic. And it was like seeing God to me when I was at NASA. NASA was like the greatest thing I ever experienced in my life. You seen all the spaceships and stuff. My eyes were just. I wanted to be an astronaut. I really did. And when someone says they worked at NASA, I just like, oh, and I have a deep respect for them. I've always have had a deep respect for NASA, and I think I always will. I mean, they're really good people. I mean, I'm not one of those streamers that like to say negative things, and I don't. I like to find the good in everything. I'm trying to have a peaceful world, but I don't. Sometimes I lose hope. The world's not peaceful like I would like it to be. It really isn't. Sometimes it breaks my heart when I just see like unnecessary death. It hurts me. Sometimes I literally watch ads or something and the animal's being hurt or a child being abused and I cry. I guess I'm overly sensitive sometimes. But sometimes it's just, I don't know, I have a lot of empathy. I think that's the problem. I have a shit ton of empathy. Sometimes it's very overwhelming to have that much empathy. I tell you, empathy can sometimes kill you or feel like you're going to die because when you have empathy and something bad happens, you feel the pain. I mean, eventually overcome it, but it's just like that all the time sometimes. You learn from it and you appreciate things around you and why they're there. And you just see who you would want to help or who you would. I mean, you kind of want to help everybody, but sometimes you got to protect yourself. Sometimes it's hard, but I guess that's life. That's what people tell me. They say life's full of possibilities, life is eternal, life is a lesson to teach us to ultimately love ourselves and people around us. People tell me a lot of things. I have sometimes a hard time believing some things. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes some theories, they're just so overwhelming, it just blows your mind. So I try to appreciate the little things. And I love science because it's infinite possibilities, yet it's more accurate. It really is. There's just so much way more accuracy and way more understanding when you go on that end. It's actually a good end to start with sometimes. A lot of people don't think about that, but it pretty much is like that. But I guess you could say that was the first time in my life is being in NASA and just having that there that really made me just kind of know what I'm gonna really like more than anything else. And it always made me sad I didn't have enough money to go to college to become a scientist. I would have loved to be a scientist, but then I became a mom and this and that. But I figure, just because you can't be a scientist, why can't you study up on things? Understand the world around you. Sometimes things like that kind of make things a little better sometimes. It makes it more tolerating and stuff. But that's just how I view it. I try to view things in a very abstract kind of view because it would be like you were, I don't know, like nothing ever would change if you had the same reaction all the time. Kind of like how they say all the time when you're, I don't know, meditating, all that one action triggers another. So if you're always angry, you're always giving out negative vibes, and then you're attracting more negativity all around you. That's the theory. But if you think about it, even if you think about it in spiritual terms, it still relates back to science. That's the way science would explain it. It's an energy transfer. So if you think about it, all of your actions are just one energy transfer. So if you were to, I don't know, let's say you really want to hurt somebody and you do hurt that person, whatever you would inflict, it would always eventually balance out, and there's no amount of voodoo, witchcraft, or anything that's going to change that. And through even space, it's like that. If you think about it, space gives us balance, and it always balances out. Because eventually, those, like the black holes, suck in things, but it's like random times, and but it's calculated in some way, shape, or form. I don't think we can do anything to stop anything in deep space. Honestly, what are you gonna do against this black hole? I just try to enjoy the moments given to me because I'm gonna try to put my pillow on this. I don't have a stand for the phone. All right, there we go. I even fixed the chair up. My mother-in-law gave me that. And then she asked me about it, and I told her I put it on the chair, but Chong doesn't chew on it. He actually, when he was younger, he did chew a little hole, but he loves this chair, so we keep it. So I try to take these cozy blankets and put around it, and he'll take naps in them. It works out very well so far. But going back to how the universe kind of balances out, I mean, we're part of the universe, so it only makes sense that there really is no bad or good. It's just you have one reaction and you're going to get it back. And the more you react, the more bad stuff you do to cover up the bad event, the stronger the punishment's gonna get. I mean, this literally only makes sense. And I try to think of things instead of thinking of those long, long theories that they have that you need all these fancy computers for. If you just kind of, they're the numbers people, but you can put logic to it. And it's like having a story within a story, the universe. It's alive. It's just, I mean, it's scary, yeah. It's really a miracle we're standing on the earth and I got a pillow and a blanket because of all the stuff going on out there, all these doomsday theories and all. And honestly, no one's right, no one's wrong. We don't know. It's random. It's like the ocean. You never know. One minute it's calm, one minute it's not calm. The question is when and if. So I figure whoever's right out there, whoever's not right, I mean, I hope when the rapture happens, because people keep talking about this, I don't want it to be like that one movie that has that real funny guy. This is the end, and it was oh my god, I'm so bad at actors' names. I'm so horrible at it. But oh my god, see, I'm just so bad at names. It's horrible. But anyways, it's it would be. I don't know if I want to live through that. I would honestly, if something like that big happened, I would want to die a peaceful way and just die knowing that I've seen a solar eclipse and things because life is too short. And when you think about all this random stuff that's going around, and people are talking about things are gonna suck us up. I just think honestly, if something to that moment happened, there's no logic that something's sucking you up. That's just crazy talk. I think if anything, you would just fall dead. So this way you wouldn't have to feel any pain. And then maybe the people that withstand that would have to suffer would be the people that were meant to suffer or rebuild it, I guess, at some point. But I guess if that happened and you just peacefully went, what more can you ask for? I'd sign up for peacefully dying. I would like to be reborn again, not all burnt up and stuff, and living knowing that my people died a horrible death. That would be horrible. I mean, what fun would be your existence? I often think about random things like this. Our existence is just so fragile, and the stuff we do and waste our time. It's sad. I enjoy spending time with my dog. And I know one day he won't be here. And honestly, what else better do I have to do? I mean, I do a lot of stuff for obviously YouTube, and then I try to advertise myself around, and I'm doing a decent job of it. I mean, I'm willing to wait, and I do have fun. I mean, I do spend a lot of time at home, so it kind of gives me something to do. Gives me a fun activity. So I guess if I, didn't make a ton of money, it's okay because it is kind of fun. At least, on my deathbed, I'll know that I once was a YouTuber. Because it is nice. It's social media. You go in, it's kind of like Facebook. You kind of, you talk to your friends, and I got my group over there. And a lot of my group members are my friends. I'm not gonna lie because it's fun to have a nice group. Alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna end this stream and call back my husband. And maybe I'll just do another one. Maybe do two streams today. And I hope everybody has a great night.